Hello friends and welcome back. This is episode 10 of our Terraria 1.2 Let's Play. Thank you so much for coming back and joining me for another one. As you might recall from the last episode, we are still doing a little bit more mining to finish up the equipment that we're going to need to start challenging bosses. And I think we're not too far off from reaching our goal. And I should probably look at my inventory, right, and see where we're at for that, as well as pick up a bunch of more sand. 96 tungsten ore. Oh, there should be definitely a piece or two of armor in that, I would think. 63 tin ore, and 71 lead ore. Yeah, we are definitely very close. I'm going to go ahead and activate this heart, or life crystal, which I collected on the last episode and forgot to do that with. And there we go. And also I've got some emeralds as well as teal mushrooms used to make teal dye. I had a feeling. I forgot to look at that as well last time. So I am recording this episode right after I recorded the last episode. I'm very interested in hearing what the feedback was from some of the conversational stuff we got into on the last episode. But by the time this one goes up, I will have already known it. So we're doing a little bit of past-future action, TARDIS style, I guess. I guess we'll just beat this yellow slime to death. And hopefully you guys aren't too dissuaded by that type of commentary, because that is probably what's going to end up happening in a number of future episodes if things continue to go in the direction they're going into, which is, occasionally needing to stop and do some mining. It's part of the way Terraria works. I don't think it can really be helped. You mentioned a while back that I have this 80 silver coins, and apparently every time I die, I lose half of my money. So I would probably want to build a piggy bank ASAP. So I can go ahead and stop worrying about losing that. Why am I in my inventory right now? I had a thing that I was probably trying to do, and I don't remember what it was. Whatever. Okay, I guess we'll continue. Oh, I was going to combine torches. I had this little bit of torches left over there. I guess I'll just put those, and I don't have any other weapons to add to that. Alright, whatever. I'm so OCD about inventory management, man. It's the worst. I get into it, and then I can't help but, sort things by columns and rows, and it's just the silliest. It's just not necessary most of the time, but I do it anyway. I don't know. Alright, let's grab this, whatever this red root is, orange blood root. Can I make stuff out of that as well? I'm pretty sure I could. I think I've already even looked into that at one point. I'm definitely going to have to talk to my guide and see about what it is that I can do. Got a whole pile of different materials. Might as well make cool stuff out of them, right? I mean, who knows? I might even have some good materials that I can make a wand out of. I think somebody actually had mentioned, or a staff, or whatever we're calling it in this, that I can take some rubies and combine those with something, and then I can shoot magic spells. And since I have a decent amount of MP, I think that's probably not a bad idea, especially if they do a decent amount of damage as well. Having a long-range attack aside from just my shuriken and my bow and arrow with the flaming arrows, I think, although I can't really beat that too early in the game. It's still nice to have some alternatives, especially since why else, my magic is just sitting there unused right now. I might as well tap into that a little bit. What is going on down here? We've got tin right up against lead, right up against gold. This is a nice little confluence of elements. I enjoy it very much. Shout out to the guy or gal that complimented my diction, by the way. I appreciate that a whole bunch. That's a nice thing to hear. I always enjoy people talking about my diction. So let's throw another torch down here. Hopefully it is reasonably easy to see. That is a lot of tin, it looks like, that we've just discovered. Nice little area full of stuff. There's a potion, right, that lets me see all the ore that's in the walls. I kind of want to get one of those. Maybe I have one already. Let's put on our spear and just spear the stupid yellow slime out of existence. Somebody mentioned at one point that the spear functions not by line of sight, but by where you're clicking, so I guess that's a thing I didn't quite realize. It's more like the showdown effect than whatever it is that I thought was going on. So I will try and keep that in mind in the future. I hope I don't keep the spear for all that long. I mean, it's a good weapon, I don't mind it, but I definitely would prefer something with more of an arc attack. Whether that would be a sword or a flail, or maybe, I don't know, they have magic that shoots in arcs. I would like to see that as well. Space gun, I've heard, is a thing. And when we start bothering the Eater of Worlds, maybe we could go get in some of that business and start to get involved in, projectile gun type deals. There was a shark gun at one point. I think that's probably still a thing, right? Shot bullets, homing shark bullets or something. I don't remember exactly, but it was pretty exciting, and it shot a lot of violent explosions out of it all the time. What am I doing down here? There's not really any more ore, is there? There may be. which is the Temptation. Somebody asked me one time, like, how far down does this go? It goes pretty freaking far, man. There's a whole bunch of levels, strata, if you will, that we will cross into. Right now we're, like, in the, what is it, like, second of 3 of the dirt terrain blocks background areas, and then there's, like, another one that starts to turn into lava. You'll start to find little pockets of lava here and there, and those are great. And then you'll start to get into the nether realm, or the hell area, which, I don't know, is there more stuff beyond that? I don't even know. It's probably still a surprise to me as well. But I know that I've reached the bottom of the world in 1.1 or 1.0, and it's pretty far down. The bottom used to just be you would reach a point where there was just nowhere else to go. Like, you would just walk on nothing. Like, it would just be, there was no floor anymore. You would walk on the bottom of nothing. And I hope that's not still the case, because I thought that was kind of lame looking. But I also kind of figured that that was just them sorting out what they wanted to do with the end game. I always wanted to see something even beyond hell. Like a whole nother world beyond that we could go to. Or maybe have instanced portals that would show up occasionally that you'd have to dig through to, and could take you to entirely other realms. But maybe that's something they can address in Terraria 2 or Starbound or who knows what else. It seems like there is plenty more digging and looking and sorting of inventory items and all that stuff in our future, even right in this game, let alone without having to explore onto other games yet. Found a goldfish. Let's get some torch action going on in here. Yeah, one of those two. I see some lead, I see some tungsten, I see some gold. Alright, I think we found the last little cavernous area that we need to explore. Because like I said, I promised last episode I wasn't going to spend the entire episode hanging out in the caves again. I want to stay true to that promise. Why is my pickaxe so green? Is it just because of the... Oh look, it's found its way into the ground. I didn't realize that. The glow stick there is probably why that's happening. If I go over here... Oh yeah, the lighting totally backs off a little bit then. Yeah, this should definitely be enough lead to finish off the gear that we need. If this octopi or octopus would just feel like dying, then we could get him out of the way, not have to be smacking into him. There we go. And he dropped a glow stick as well. Nice parting gift, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Did I call him an octopus? He's a freaking jellyfish. I don't know what I'm doing. Sometimes your mind gets into a weird place when you're doing Let's Plays, and you start to just, like, forget words, or, like, say weird words that don't make any sense. Yeah, it's a strange stream of consciousness realm that you exist in. You ever do that? Just talk to yourself for, like, hours sometimes? I mean, no, I don't really do that aside from this, but it's a strange thing you have to convince your mind to be okay with doing. And I imagine, you know, if there were people listening through my walls, it would be a very strange time for them as well. If I was just here by myself, just talking about whatever. I mean, yeah, that's just how it goes, I guess. Maybe they think I'm crazy. No, well, that isn't actually the case, so not that I have to worry. By the way, I remember there is more lead up there. I'm just ever compelled to continue onward and downward. It's a bit compulsive sometimes. You find this little cache of minerals of some kind, and then you just want to keep on going and going and going and going, and one thing leads to another, and then all of a sudden a half an hour's passed, and you haven't really accomplished much of anything except for talked about YouTube comments. It's weird. It's real weird, but I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad we're spending this time together talking about whatever it is we're talking about right now. Lead ore, I suppose. Should be able to make some nice pencils out of that or something. I don't know. Oh, right, and there's way more down here as well, so let's grab that, and then I guess we'll be off. Of course, I'm going to have to look at the map and realize there's probably like a bunch of caverns that I have yet to discover that I want to, because there might be a chest full of magical goodness. I swear, sometimes this game feels like I'm in an episode of Adventure Time, like the whimsical madness that goes on in this game at times, like the fact that there's flying fish, and I'm just like, I'm running around looking for zombies with raincoats on. Like, this really does feel like an episode of Adventure Time, and it's kind of a cool thing that that's even possible, that I could say that, considering Adventure Time, probably one of my favorite shows ever. One of the only shows that is basically marketed like a cartoon, but can still make me cry on a regular basis, because it is extremely touching and has great characterization and great stories, and things that come out of nowhere that you would never expect to make you feel emotional, that make you so emotional, at least me. I mean, I'm also maybe a little more emotional than some, but It definitely does that for me. Alright, so this is the end of this pit. And anybody out there, by the way, that hasn't already watched Adventure Time, I think I've already said this in a previous episode, but go watch it. Do yourself a favor, man. Even if you don't think it looks right for you, give it a few episodes to grow on you and see if you you might get into it. And if you don't, no harm done, but I feel like you'd probably be denying yourself a lot of goodness if you don't at least give it a shot. It's sort of like at first, when Breaking Bad came out, I was like, I'm not watching that, that looks dumb. Everybody's just flipping out about it. It was like, oh god, it's a drug show, I don't care. There's so many, there's like all the drug murder shows on all the time, the, you know, NCIS, Murder 2448, whatever number show. Those are both a thing, aren't they? Cold Case. You know what I'm talking about. All of those shows. And I was like, I had no idea what Breaking Bad was at first. And I was just like, hey, it's probably some show about a drug lord or something. It's like a fictional type of thing like that. And yeah, it is a fictional thing, but it's not exactly like that. It has really good writing. So sometimes a show comes along that, despite some maybe similar genre archetypes, it is still worth sort of disregarding all your preconceptions and just throwing caution to the wind and just trying it out. So that would be my assertion when it comes to Adventure Time, if it has ever been that type of show for you, where you're like, oh, I'm not into the look of that show or something. I do that all the time with indie games now, too. Like, I used to really judge games a lot based on what it is that I thought they were, based on, like, a couple of screenshots or, you know, a few lines of text, some little blurb. And I've learned my lesson to try and do that, like, way less, although I still do it a little bit, because if I didn't, I would spend all of my time not getting anything done, reading emails, and then making videos about them. Occasionally, you do have to prejudge a game for a second or two, but still, it's nice to keep things in perspective and realize that a lot of the time, you could be pleasantly surprised by a thing that you had absolutely no interest in. A game like, what was it, the one I covered the other day, I Am Level, on Indie Impressions. It looks like a really simple game, but it actually is surprisingly deep. I had no idea it was going to have Metroidvania elements to it. It's like a platform pinball game with Metroidvania to it, which is a strange combination, but they made it work really well. The developer, I mean, who is not a they. It is a simple one man. Not calling you simple if you're watching, I'm just saying you are one man, that is all. Alright, I really want to go... Oh, well, now I have to go. There's a freaking heart crystal right there. Of course I'm going. Alright, let's not spend too much more time here, because I just said I was leaving. Alright, I'll just jump in, because what the hell, right? You just maybe throw... There we go. Hey, Shift actually helped me this time. I feel like every episode, too, I should just go ahead and say, like, yeah, I know Shift. Shift is a thing. Contextual. Helps sometimes. I know. So, yeah, you don't have to tell me anymore, I know. Not that I'm upset that you are, it's just, like, got that comment a bunch of times. Hey, now I'm up to 240 health, and my inventory is actually filling up fairly quickly, as well as the time on this timer on my episode is now ticking down. I can't resist going down into a ravine. I can't resist. I'm trying to turn around, and I can't do it. I can't do it. I gotta see where this is gonna go. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, there's more lead. Oh god, there's more tungsten. Oh, it's gonna open up into a big chasm. Alright. I'm literally just gonna leave. I'm gonna leave all this stuff here. If it turns out that I need to come back for more supplies, I'm gonna come here, because this is a pretty good spot, it looks like. And I don't know how much deeper it's gonna go. But I am excited to find out. So let's go upstairs and go craft some armor. I think that's about time. And if we still have time left, we will go ahead and try and fight a boss. Who I believe the eye only comes out at night, and I don't think you want to try and summon him at the wrong time, or you could end up just wasting your items, your synthesis items, to get him out of his cubbyhole, wherever that might be. Where does an eye sleep, anyway? I mean, how does an eye even sleep? You don't have an eyelid, right? You're just an eyeball? So, like, how does that work? Like, you can't close your eye to sleep. I guess it just doesn't do that. This is the original meaning of that Aerosmith song. I don't want to close my eye. I don't want to fall asleep, because I'm a giant eye, baby, and I will never miss a thing. It's a weird adaptation of it, I grant you that. And there's another cave there that I could have gone in, back and to the left. Oop, didn't mean to fall in there. Thank goodness I got this grappling hook. It really does make all the difference in the world. And we'll go, not up, I'm going to go this, oh, that's not it either. I gotta make these platforms a little bit more convenient to go back through. They work fine in one direction, but not that direction. So tempted to make a Harry Styles joke there. I'm not even sure why. Alright, teal mushroom. I like them. They're cool. This is obviously not the right way either. I need to go back up and to the left. Walking through the cavern. See, it's weird that teal mushroom just showed up because I thought I'd already gone through there. Or maybe it just grew spontaneously. I don't know. Do they do that? I don't know how the generation code for these types of things work. I know it works fairly predictably when it comes to moss or grass or whatever we're calling it on the surface tiles. But, like, why do these jellyfish just randomly show up? Does that happen when it says settling liquids or... No, because I didn't even quit the game since my last episode, so I don't know what that does. Alright, we've reached our... Oh my god, it's a zombie falling on my head. I guess that means it's night. It's one way to find out, right? Freaking zombie falls in your head. So we will make our way up. I like this. This is a nice spot here with these vines hanging down. Makes it a little bit more picturesque in a way. And there's our house. Probably just make a door right through there, right? So I don't have to go all the way around. Although it's not all that long to do that. Oh, and it turns out it's just becoming daytime now. So, okay. Well, I guess we'll do some crafting then and see what happens. Now, every time I've tried to craft one of these materials, it's crashed my game, so we'll see if it does that again. Actually, well, it probably will, so what can I do in the meantime? What other things are there even going on? Oh, I could go, let's do the glass bottle thing. I want to see about that, and maybe we'll talk to the guide, and then we'll wrap up the episode. Next episode, we'll devote the whole thing to, just having what we need, and we'll go ahead and fight a boss. I think that seems fun. Tungsten brick. Ooh, I want that. I'm gonna waste a lot of stuff trying to make it, though. Oh, there's armor statue. That seems like a cool thing to have. Make that out of stone, I guess. Alright, let's look at our huge crafting list here. What can I make? Sandstone brick. Glass. I want glass. Alright, let's make some of that. Got plenty to go around. And we'll go back to here. And there's a bottle. What does that take? One piece of glass to make 2 bottles? Really? That's it? Alright, 20 bottles. Wish it was that easy in Zelda, right? Oh, what's this? Star in a bottle. Why do I want that? Sounds cool. I don't really understand it, though. Anything else cool? Oh, I can make a green torch, a yellow torch. I already made those before. Alright, doesn't seem like I can do much there. I guess we'll talk to our guide and see what he wants to tell us. Oh, there's just a random star hanging out. You should stay indoors at night. It's very dangerous to be wandering around in the dark, and it's also dangerous to go alone. So why don't you give me something that I can, take with me? Okay, so we have another crafting interface here. So he's just gonna show me stuff, right? There's not like a box somewhere that's just like, hey, here's what happens. I'm trying to understand this myself as we go. Okay, well, maybe I click on this. Place a material here. Did I not do this right? How about help? Maybe he just gives me the ability to craft things. Oh. If you had a gun, I bet an arms dealer might show up to sell you some ammo. I should try... Prove yourself to defeating a strong monster. You get the attention of a Dryad. Man, there's not enough time to fight the boss. This is the worst timing of all time. And he doesn't have anything better for me. Darn. Alright, well, I guess I would have been better served staying down there, I suppose. We can look through my chest, though, for a second, see what's in here worth talking about, if anything. Well, I can throw this mushroom in. Oh, this is a dye, though. I have a little spot specifically for dyes. We have topaz. We have a clay block, which goes in materials. This little flying spaghetti monster, I guess we'll combine with that. Plenty of stuff, though. I'm glad we have all of that worked out. Lots of spider webs. Oh, why don't I put some spider webs here and go talk to him about that? Because I have a feeling there's some way to make... I have to make, like, a loom or something, right? And then I can use that to make a bed. Or silk or sheets or something. I don't know. I want to do that, whatever that is. Is there not? I don't see an entry for spider webs anywhere here. Am I just not noticing it? Bottle, narrow. No, doesn't seem to be there. Alright, I'm gonna go grab that fallen star before that disappears or it becomes day out or something. How many do I have of those now? 4. Alright, let's go grab one more of those. I'll just leave the door open, whatever. Oh! Ah, it just disappeared. Darn. Too late. I was kind of wondering also what's up with the fact that nobody else has moved in those couple of rooms that I've had open on the bottom here. It seems like these would be prime real estate for somebody to live in. I have also seen, if I haven't shown this already on camera, the housing people thingy. So I could, like, move people around. It's a cool thing to have, I guess. I like that there's all these people living here. But, why aren't there people in these 2 rooms? Maybe I need to just build more. I don't know. Alright, so we'll go over here, drop some stuff into crafts. Oh, that is not the same type of block. That is sunplate. And that is sand. Got all those cobwebs and nowhere to put them. And this is the skyware stuff that I had found the other day on that big old sky palace that we were looking at, the cloud in the sky that had an island on it. Skyland. Where did I put my gems? Those are here. Trying to remember. I wish they had like some sort of a vault system where you could have like a much larger chest. So that way I wouldn't have to worry, like, at all about running out of room. Despite how crazy I go with some of this stuff. Like, maybe it could be a massive item, like, or a massive amount of spaces that it takes up in the landscape or something. But, you know, just the ability to have that would be kind of cool. And then each one of these maybe could be, instead of 4 chests, it could just be 1 vault. I don't know, maybe there even is something like that. I just haven't seen it yet. It's quite possible. Alright, so I've deposited all of my gems, it looks like. Something about rubies. Maybe let's go take the rubies up and see if there's something I can do with those. Anything in here? I think it was 10 rubies, and then I can make, like, a staff. Feeling entirely disenfranchised about how this all works. Wait, place... Oh, that's how it works. Okay, I get it. So I place that there, and then it shows me all the stuff I need. I get it. Ruby hook, platinum crown. Oh, this is interesting. There's so many things now that I could potentially get. Ruby robe, ruby rue, multicolored stained glass, red stained glass, and a red torch. That's cool. So I need 10 gold and 8 rubies. Hey, I actually can do that right now, so let's do that. Don't just drop my rubies on the ground, you dingus. Alright, let's get our gold in order first. Gold. Gold I haven't had any problems crafting, I don't believe, so there we go. Done. Oh, and I can just make it right now. Ruby staff. Hey, it actually does do quite a bit of damage, so let's move these over here, and we'll put this in our second slot, I guess. I'll probably end up using that as the first most important weapon, I would think. Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that it shoots the red aura off of it as well. Alright, so that's one thing done. I guess I'm just gonna risk it and try and make some more metals and stuff. I have enough tungsten here that maybe I could make some good stuff right off of that. Am I not standing in the right spot for the anvil? Yeah, okay, there we go. Tungsten chainmail, pretty cool looking. Actually, this looks like the silver armor that I used to remember it being. Oh, well, I guess silver and tungsten probably derivations on the same concept. So that's 20 and 30. Alright, well, I have enough for that, so I can go ahead and buy the chainmail. We'll swap that out with whatever this was, the tin chainmail. And then I've only got 8 left, which is not enough for much of anything. Got a lot of tin, but I already have a tin helmet, so I guess I will try and make a lead helmet. Is that a thing I can do? Cool. Plenty of that. and I can actually make a chain with the hook that I had. I could actually make a standard grappling hook. I suppose that would be better, right? Lead helmet. Yeah, alright, fine. There we go. We've got our armor now. My guy looks a little disjointed, but I think I can, like, dye the armor, right? I think that's a thing I can do. So I should probably check that out as well, since I'd rather he looked a little bit more consistent, if possible. What do you have for me, Hannibal? Dye vat and silver dye. 1 gold. Oh, I don't have that kind of money on me, man. 5 gold. Ugh. Alright, well, that's not happening for now. But later on, it'll be a nice little cosmetic thing that we can do. Alright, let's do chain. Wait, did I just buy 10 chains? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Is that the same kind of chain that I need for a grappling hook? Let's take the hook that I had. Oop, let's keep shutting the door on my face, apparently. Which was right here. Put that together. And do I now have the ability to make that? There it is. Okay, so yeah, it was 3 chains and 1 hook. And apparently this is better than the one I have. So, I guess we'll see. Let's try that out. And then, when between episodes, I'll go ahead and sort out all my inventory woes and worries. Is that longer? Let's see, I'm standing right here. This is... Yeah, right here is the first tile that I can't reach the house, it looks like, from this angle. So then I'll put on my other one. Apparently it reads this first from top to bottom, left to right, so whichever one's closer to the top left corner will actually accept that. No, those are exactly the same length, as far as I can tell. Just one is pink and the other is gray. So, okay, whatever. I guess fine with me. I don't really mind either way. Grappling hook can just hang there. I'll just drop this in my inventory somewhere and then not have some amethysts. We'll go ahead and sell our old armor here with our man, right? Because we don't really need that anymore. I don't really need the chains either. Sell price 14 silver. Hey, I got a gold now. Neat. Is there a currency point higher than gold at this point? Because I always wonder there's like 4 tokens. I just don't really remember there being one higher than that. Alright, all of that stuff out. I'll hang on to the hook just in case I have a use for it for some reason. Maybe somebody wants to trade me for it or something later on. Or maybe I could give it to another character of mine. And all the rest of this stuff, I will do inventory management off camera between episodes. So, with that, I will wrap us up for today. Fairly productive episode. Maybe a little bit less contemplative than yesterday's one or the last one. But still, we got some stuff done. I have some significantly better chest armor now, although my head and feet armor are not quite as nice, or leg armor, whatever you want to call them. But we'll probably sort that out later on as well. 5, 3, and 2, as well as this lucky shackle for 1 defense, and I still have 3 more slots open. So, still some stuff that we can discover. But next episode, I'm going to wait until night, and I am going to try and take on the Eye of Cthulhu. And hopefully that should yield some nice new improvements for us to maybe make some better armor, or at least, very least, a better pickaxe or something that I can use to mine materials that I couldn't beforehand. So, look forward to that. Hopefully you enjoyed another episode. Please do leave me your comments, suggestions, criticisms, tips, any of that stuff in the comments, and let me know how you think the series is going. I have been incredibly humbled by your wonderful support, so hopefully we can keep that going as long as possible. And please do leave any likes, of course, as well, if you think I deserve them, because they do help the series reach new people and continue my channel to grow, and I greatly value that because it is my job right now, and, you know, I'm trying to make you guys happy, and that makes me happy, so the cycle continues. Anyway, I really thank you for being here, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Have a lovely night, guys. Later.